All right, now as all you know, I'm a very musical guy. So I can teach you how to play Stairway by ear, at least the notes of the singer, right? So that's by ear because I can hear certain notes, right? And play it by ear. And that's The Rose by Bette Midler. Just to play a few songs you might recognize from the radio. Now, I might can do it with a lot of music, but that's why I mainly teach impersonation. But it's also hard to figure out the note pattern sometimes when you're just listening, right? You gotta pick the right note to start with too. like Stairway starts with an A. The Rose starts with a C. And you have kind of an intro with the Rose, which that's a C and a F, right? Played at the same time. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. So, that's probably the wrong opening lyric as well, but when you're doing an impersonation, you're trying to also demonstrate you can impersonate other singers' voices, right? So, you have Eddie Murphy and other comedians doing different acts, right? Now, Eddie Murphy kind of did the opposite of the white people who would put on white face. Blackface, I'm sorry. He put on whiteface. I know. So that's called the pot calling the kettle black, right? when we're both human beings, right? So you can't say, okay, Eddie's motivation there wasn't racist towards white people who would dress up in blackface either. Now, when I was a kid, I just thought it was okay, a black man dressing up in whiteface, and I looked at it as, something kind of funny and cool, right? So I wouldn't have a problem dressing up in blackface as a costume for Halloween, right? Now, often I would dress up as a werewolf. Well, my face, unless I put makeup on it, isn't dark enough to be a werewolf. right? So what are you doing? You're being racist still. On both sides, both sides. That's the pot calling the kettle black. That means we're both doing something wrong, right? Equally as wrong, and then bitching about it, right? And not trying to find a solution. See, when you count a cost, it creates a problem or a debt, right? When you make something an issue that anyone can do on Halloween. Now, there's a new rapper out who wore white and blackface, right? But it's a costume, right? It's a clown's makeup, probably. Hello, hello. Clowns always dress up in makeup sometimes. Then you got the Joker, right? I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. To quote Steve Miller. But anyway, that's a quote. See, he's putting something in lyric form which can be quoted. And when you put something in words versus just playing a melody, see, that's the melody. When you sing, those are words. See, that's where freedom of speech comes in with sing. Yeah. especially lyrics for a song. See, you can agree with someone's lyrics because you can come up with them similarly, right? Only thing is, they came up with them first, right? Well, I give you credit for that, but you cannot copyright certain things. Words are usually one of them. Certain things you can't copyright because we can all use it in the same sentence, right? And you're being greedy. I'm not saying you can't write a book or a novel or make up your own fictional stuff either. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm talking about. Or even write a book of poems. But when you do that, the problem is you're all coming from a similar theme. Games of Thrones is based on the board game Dungeons and Dragons. Why? It has the same elements. You have two rival factions, one good in the opinion of them, one evil in the opinion of them, right? And good and evil are a concept, but yes, there are 5 evil things you can really do to each other. The first evil thing is we lie to each other. The second evil thing is we assault each other. And the third evil thing is we steal from each other. The fourth evil thing is we'll rape each other. And the fifth evil thing is we'll murder each other. Now, if you are learning about anatomy, like I am, right? Well, the right side of your lungs has 3 chambers. But the left side has 2, but together that's 5. There are also 5 books of Moses, and there's a 5-pointed star, right side up or upside down. Same with the cross of Jesus. There's the right side cross of Jesus and the upside down cross of Peter. Catholics. Don't forget, 2 men in history were crucified. One right side up and one upside down. One was because the second didn't think he was worthy to be crucified like his Lord, right? Not that that was a good thing or a bad thing, right? But again, what happened with Constantine is he didn't like certain teachings of the Gnostics, right? And he sided with the Orthodox like it's a choice, right? Well, that's the first heresy, Catholics. When Constantine pretended the Orthodox were more right than the Gnostics. When the Gnostics were bringing out different things in the Bible too, right? Things sealed. Not because of God, who does not lie and repent like a man would, or Satan taught us to do, right? Again, do you understand, right? This is a lesson. Whether you heed the lesson or not is your choice. As all prophets tell you. We're not here to hurt you or condemn you, but there is a problem going on. Something loves you and something hates you. Thing is, though, love is greater than hate, but if you start hating with the hater, you become a hater too, right? See, if you hate the white people for bringing you over here to Africa, and, the only response is, well, go back to Africa, right? You can do that now. Though that's just as racist, because, you wouldn't be over here if we had Russia over here. I understand the point, too, right? But the thing is, and we're all in the problem. We're all part of the problem. And we're all human beings acting superior in different ways. And or even inferior to another human being, right? That's how slavery really comes about. Also, money, privilege, and the poor versus the rich. And even Jesus told the disciples, the poor you have with you always. Why? Because there's always going to be those wanting more than they deserve too, right? That's the problem too, right? See, if someone wants more, that means someone has to take less. And if you give someone less than someone else, they're lower in the money situation than the other person who you're giving more to, right? Now, you have the parable of the talents, right? Well, in the parable, one of the servants is given 1 talent, and he hides the talent in the ground so that no one can find it, and he gives the Lord back his talent, right? But then the Lord gets wrathful with him and calls him a wicked servant. But is that God or is that Satan? Right? That's the question you're not asking about the parable. Mm-hmm. Who is Jesus portraying there? Mm-hmm. God does want at least its own back, with or without us three, right? And again, right? It's a catch-22, right? It's a trick question, and it's a trick statement as well. Mm-hmm. Like when the scribes and Pharisees asked Jesus, or more specifically the Sadducees, asked him about the resurrection, they talked of a woman being with 7 men, which again, right, is an odd question to bring up in a purely sexual, pure Israel anyway. Mm-hmm. But again, they're talking about raising up seed to your brother. Mm-hmm. And that 7 men had 1 woman to wife, right? Now, the word to wife means they had sexual intercourse. And because of the tradition of raising up seed to your brother, all 7 men had her to wife. Mm-hmm. And then we can go into the woman caught in the act of adultery. She involved with Jesus somehow, right? Because the thing about Israel is, you can't bring someone else's wife to someone else to determine their fate unless it's their own wife, right? Well, that's what John didn't tell you. So he said that at the end of the book, that many other things Jesus did which are not written in this book. You're not hearing everything Catholics and Jews and Romans and Christians and who are following the Catholics still, right? See, when you follow a denomination, they're teaching you their doctrine, their interpretation of the Bible. Mm-hmm. Well, that could be the third Jesus is talking about. Mm-hmm. Some of you are just 30-fold. Mm-hmm. You're not going any higher. You're just staying right where you're at. You're focused on the male Jesus, right? Which, if I'm right about the transfiguration, figure 3 came from 1. And not 2. From 1. Like in Eden, right? 3 appeared in front of Peter, James, and John, right? 2 from Jesus, right? And Jesus remained talking with the other 2, right? Which is really what? 3. Now, in Abraham's day, 3 appeared to Abraham. Mm-hmm. Well, you have Melchizedek, king of Satan, Salem, also Satan, right? See, Jesus is the king of Satan, too, right? But because of what's going on, he can't interfere. And if we side with Satan, mm-hmm. It's our choice. It's a thin line between love and hate, mm-hmm. Like the song says as well. It's a thin line between love and hate, to quote the lyrics, right? I can do that too without any fear of retribution or any copyright charges either. Because I'm making it educational. I know. Right. I'm making it part of a educational piece. Now, like with Sheena Johnson, I serenaded her after we had the sex. I'm trying to get her to stay with me. Not break up with me. So why would I do all that, Sheena, and something happened while we're both at the sea? Where we could write each other only right, where I don't know what I said to offend you, and I don't. I just know for some reason you got offended, and not why, not what I said, and unless the people on my ship who got the mail, gave me my mail, did something to fuck up our relationship, if you excuse the French, there, mm-hmm. Right, and wrote you false letters for me, and which might make you do something crazy yourself, which is why I kept writing you for 9 months, right? I don't know what the hell's going on. No. I don't know what I'm doing wrong or did wrong. Hell, by the way you're treating me, I'm thinking I got you pregnant. You didn't want to have the baby or something, right? Or you didn't want to get into a committed relationship or something. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not writing you anything harmful towards you or me. I mean, now I did write a prophecy in August around your birthday to protect us both from being raped. Both of us, right? That's why I included you in the protection spell, like with Abraham and Sarah, when the king of Egypt and other people kidnapped his wife and took him into their harem. That's what I'm trying to do there, honey. You know, there's a difference between a protection prophecy and, again, someone trying to hurt you, right? So, whole point. So, whole point is though, with Sheena, I started running into a bunch of, weird women. First was a woman from the club, then a couple of prostitutes, right, and then a woman named Stephanie, right, and again, that's after Sheena. That's after Sheena. But you can't change someone's personality, even if I was to write you negative letters, right? But why would I do that if I'm not negative? And there is another way someone could have wrote you other than me. And that's if my shipmates had a problem with me, and I'm telling you the problem. One of them got electrocuted on my first job with them. That's called a motive, right? And if he blamed me for being the new guy and inexperienced, he can use that as an excuse my tour to not even train me. And guess who I'm working under the whole time, Sheena? Him. He's not training me. Him and his buddy being are acting all sexual towards me, like they won't train me unless I give them a blowjob or something. That's kind of what it felt like. Why do you think I'm trying to have sex on the run, right? And trying to find a girlfriend that way too, right? And commit to you. Now, a lot of people don't know this, Sheena, but you can have premarital sex if you intend to really marry the woman you're having sex with. Now, it used to be with the father's permission, but we know what went on between you and your dad, so I don't even need that if you're old enough to leave marry on your own. But again, that's all I was trying to do is marry my new girlfriend. I didn't know when or where or how, but I was praying about it during the 30 days we were both out in the sea before we went to Sicily. And again, I thought the Lord said Jerusalem, so I thought you were upset about me wanting to marry you in Jerusalem. Come on. No. I don't know what the hell's going on. And I'm not on your ship, and I'm not omniscient. And the only ones who can affect with our relationships, without buttons at all, is the shipmates. And let me tell you something. If your shipmates don't have a damn good thing to say about you, someone's forcing them to say bad things about you, who is a bully and an intimidator, and they're afraid of him more than me. You know what I mean, Cat and Carrie? Yeah. That's what I mean, right? If you're in a hostile work environment, and they're acting homophobic towards you, and you're straight, right? That's the problem to begin with, right? Now, there's two navies, right? the regular Navy and then the in the Navy Navy. The village people Navy. And some people join the Navy because they're village people. Type people. Nothing wrong with that if you understand that's wrong in the work environment and you work together, but not together. Understand? That's called fraternization anyway. You can't fraternize with, again, officer to what? Enlisted men, nor can enlisted men have anal sex. Now, I also don't do what? Hand jobs or blood jobs. So neither one of those was going to happen. No. I didn't go into the Navy to give someone a hand job or a second. Right? You know what I mean. Now, I don't judge those who are attracted to the same sex or the opposite sex or don't even want sex at all or want both. I don't judge you, right? But I would give you advice and all that. Be careful how you do it. Be careful who you do it with. And some people will rape you into it, right? Too, even if you don't want to do it, right? That don't make you gay, though. Rape is not your fault. You're being made a victim. Now, I don't care about the asshole gay person who went to prison and got raped and liked it. He was gay. I guess, right? Most men, though, don't want to be raped, right? And it's a shame to them. Worse than the women, because a woman has two holes. A man only has one. You know what the second hole on the woman is for, the same as the one on the man, right? One is called a bottomless pit for a reason. This is the opening. That's the bottom. There's no bottom on the pit. You understand? What is a pit? A hole. I know. In something that has no bottom. The vagina has a bottom. But not the other hole. For the male or the female or the hermaphrodite. Now, Sheena also had me scared of her, not knowing what the hell was going on with her. And I tried to stay away from her. And I just went home and tried to date women I was around, like anyone else. And I moved on from her, too. I know. The only one I'm kind of stuck on is still Maribel because of the Patrick issue, right? But Patrick, if he's my biological son, is always my biological son. Now, if he's Miles's or Steve's or Bart's or Scott's, Scott, you're the last person around her. Scott, where's my ex-girlfriend, Scott? Edward Harrison, what'd you do with her? Where is she? I ain't heard nothing from her. Motherfucker, and you're the last one to see her alive in New York. Philadelphia, that is. I know. That I know she was alive. I see pictures of someone who looks like her. And again, yet the story she told me is now different, right? So something's going on. Scott Edward Harrison, lieutenant in the Army, which is the first rank of an officer. You're not even a captain. Are you? You're just an 01. And I know something weird's going on with my ex-girlfriend. That's why I told you, whoever the fuck's attacking me here about Maribel, it ain't your goddamn business if you told me the birth weight, motherfucker. You too. You both have to untell me that shit. In case you hurt her or something, I'm not aware of it, right? Or murdered her even. I don't know. I'm in Georgia. You're in New York with her. I know. Did y'all divorce or did you murder her in cold blood? One or the other had to happen, right? And did you get the DNA test with her or not, Scott? There's something that rhymes with not, Scott. Sometimes snot. Where's my ex-girlfriend, Mary Bell? Scott Edward Harrison. What did you do with her? Mm-hmm. Did you divorce her? And she's now Mary Bell Sambarsky? Or did you murder her in cold blood because you did the DNA test and found out Patrick was mine, and she got bitchy with you and you murdered her somewhere in the woods in New York? Maybe Patrick too. Because if he's my son, he's going to get mad with you for hurting his mother. I don't know. You're going to have to do something about the boy and the wife. Mm-hmm. Your wife. Scott. So where's Mary Bell? What you're doing ain't proof of life. Anyone can do that pretending to be Mary Bell. Mm-hmm. Now, if Mary Bell's just so delusional, right? And y'all didn't get the DNA test and just divorced you and married Michael Sambarsky anyway, okay, that's possible too, right? But there again, she's in denial because of the birth control pills, ain't she? Well, I'm trying to teach you about birth control pills and living with another man while you're having sex with another man, honey. Well, that man might need to see if you're fucking me. Especially if you don't want mine or his baby, you know. Right? I know. Well, you have my baby, maybe. I'm still saying maybe, baby. In case she did, right? There again. Who else would care, Mary Bell, but you, Sheena, or Daphne? Who else would accuse me but you three? I know. One of you three is involved with this shit still. I know. One way or the other. And you're bad exes, alright? If you don't think, or you don't understand what's going on here. Mm-hmm. It's biology as well. But biology, if you're on birth control, Mary Bell, has to have help. That means someone had to fuck with your birth control pills to confuse you and me, right? Because I was not fucking you if you're on birth control pills to even get you pregnant. I know that don't happen. Except one out of the 100, or even 0.5 now, because they're a little bit more sophisticated than that. Right? But anyway, just trying to figure it all out, like any caring person would who dated your dumbass.